She walks into a barn. 10 seconds later she is standing under a 40-foot ceiling looking at a chandelier the size of a small car. This is not a barn. This is a $2 million estate wearing a barn as a disguise. And today a high-end interior designer is giving us the full walkthrough, room by room, dollar by dollar. Stick around because the kitchen alone will make your jaw hit the floor, and the final reveal at the end of this tour is the one detail every single visitor stops and stares at. Before we step inside, hit subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss a home tour like this one. Now let's go inside. Why barndominiums became the new status symbol. For a long time a barndominium meant one thing. Metal walls, a tractor parked inside, maybe a bedroom bolted onto the side. That version is dead. In 2026 barndominium sales are up 35% nationwide. And the buyers driving that number are not weekend hobby farmers anymore. They are people who could afford a mansion in the suburbs and chose steel and open sky instead. The reason is simple. A barndominium gives you volume that a traditional house cannot touch for the same money. You are not paying for hallways and wasted corners. You are paying for space, and when that space is done right, it becomes something closer to a private airport hangar reimagined as a palace. That is exactly what we are walking through today. The exterior first impression. From the road this estate reads quiet. Matte charcoal steel panels, black trim. A standing seam roof that catches the light without shouting for attention. Our designer calls this the quiet luxury exterior. And it is one of the biggest shifts happening in high-end barndo design right now. Instead of screaming money with columns and stone lions, the exterior whispers it. Cedar accents break up the metal near the entry. A stone veneer wraps the base like a foundation carved from the land itself. The garage doors alone on this property cost more than most people's cars. Custom black steel with glass inserts that let light spill into the workshop wing at golden hour. This is the first lesson of the tour. Luxury in 2026 is not about more decoration. It is about better materials, chosen with restraint. Stepping into the great room. Walk through the front door and the ceiling disappears upward into exposed steel trusses 40 feet overhead. This is the moment every visitor stops talking. The great room is the heart of a barndominium, and in a $2 million build it becomes a statement piece on its own. Reclaimed oak beams cross the space. Not structural. Purely there because the designer wanted warmth against all that steel. The floor is polished concrete with a subtle warm tint. Heated from below so bare feet never feel the cold that concrete usually promises. A stone fireplace runs floor to ceiling on the far wall, wide enough that 4 people could stand inside it. This single room cost more to finish than most entire homes, and our designer walks us through why. It is not the size. It is the layering, steel for strength, wood for warmth, stone for weight, glass for light, for materials working together instead of one material doing all the talking. The chef's kitchen that stops every guest. Now here is the room that actually justifies the price tag. This kitchen is not decorated. It is engineered. A 42-inch commercial range sits at the center, the kind restaurants use, flanked by 2 separate ovens and a built-in espresso station that alone costs more than a used car. The island is 11 feet of a single slab of quartz, veined like marble but tougher than anything in your grandmother's kitchen. Behind it, hidden almost completely from the great room, is what our designer calls the working kitchen. A second prep space where the real mess happens so the show kitchen stays spotless for guests. This is one of the defining features of 2026 luxury barndo design. A hidden second kitchen that lets the host entertain without ever letting anyone see a dirty pan. Custom cabinetry in a deep matte green wraps the room. Brass hardware catching light from oversized black framed windows that look straight out onto rolling pasture. This is not a kitchen you cook dinner in. This is a kitchen you build a lifestyle around. The primary suite wing. Down a private hallway, away from the noise of the great room, sits the primary suite. And this is where the designer slows the tour down on purpose. The bedroom itself is almost minimalist compared to everything before it, because the real showpiece is what comes next. Double doors open into a bathroom that our designer describes as a private spa rather than a bathroom. A freestanding soaking tub sits beneath a skylight, positioned so you can watch stars at night without leaving the water. The shower is a wet room, no glass, no barrier. Just stone tile sloping gently to a drain, big enough for two people to move without ever touching elbows. A separate walk-in closet the size of a small bedroom rounds out the wing, custom built with an island at the center for folding and staging outfits like a boutique. This wing alone represents one of the clearest signals of where luxury home design is heading in 2026. Wellness built directly into daily life instead of treated as an afterthought. The entertainment and wellness wing. This is the part of the tour most people do not expect from a barndominium, and it is exactly why this property crosses the $2 million mark. Past the kitchen, a second wing opens up entirely dedicated to entertaining and recovery. A home theater with tiered seating and full acoustic paneling sits beside a temperature-controlled wine room with glass walls, built so the collection itself becomes part of the design rather than something hidden in a basement. Next to that, a private gym with rubber flooring and a mirrored wall leads into a sauna, and our designer points out this exact combination, gym plus sauna plus recovery space, as one of the fastest-growing requests from high-end clients this year. People are not just buying square footage anymore. They are buying a daily routine, a place where a workout, a sweat, and a glass of wine from the room next door can all happen without ever leaving home. The indoor-outdoor connection. Every high-end barndominium tour eventually leads outside, because that connection between inside and out is the entire point of the style. Massive sliding glass doors along the back of the great room disappear completely into the wall, turning the living space and the covered patio into one continuous room. Outside, a full outdoor kitchen mirrors the one inside, built for the host who wants to cook in fresh air without sacrificing anything. A stone fireplace anchors a sunken conversation pit, and beyond that the land opens into the kind of view no amount of money can manufacture in a city, just rolling acreage and open sky. Our designer makes a point here that applies to almost every luxury barndo build happening right now. The land is not a backdrop. It is a room. Wraparound porches, outdoor fireplaces, covered kitchens, all of it treated with the same design intention as anything inside the walls. What actually drives the $2 million price tag? At this point in the tour, our designer breaks down the real math, and it is worth pausing on because this is the part most viewers get wrong. Base barndominium construction can run anywhere from $65 to $200 per square foot depending on finishes. What pushes a build like this one past $2 million is not the steel shell. It is everything layered on top of it. Commercial-grade appliances, full stonework instead of veneer where it matters, custom cabinetry built by hand rather than ordered from a catalog, smart home systems running lighting, climate, and security from a single app, and acreage itself, because land with a view like this does not come cheap no matter what sits on top of it. The steel structure that makes a barndominium affordable at the entry level becomes almost a rounding error once you start layering true luxury finishes on top. That contrast is exactly why this style has exploded among buyers who could build anything and chose this instead. The one detail every visitor stops for. And now, the detail we promised at the start. Tucked at the transition between the great room and the primary wing sits a single feature almost every guest stops to touch before they even realize they are doing it. A load-bearing steel beam left completely exposed and raw, rivets visible, mill marks still on the surface, running straight through a space otherwise finished in quartz, oak and brass. Our designer left it untouched on purpose. It is the one piece of the entire $2 million estate that still whispers barn. Everything else was elevated, refined, polished into something unrecognizable from where this style started. That single beam is the reminder. Underneath all the luxury, this home still remembers exactly what it is. That is the full tour, a $2 million barndominium that proves this style was never really about barns at all. It was about space, and what happens when you give great design enough of it to breathe. If you want more high-end home tours like this one, subscribe and turn on notifications, because we are walking through a different luxury estate every single week. Let us know in the comments which room you would move into first. See you in the next one.